Hola, hola muchachos, muy buenas tardes, bendiciones a todos los que están conectados en esta hermosa tarde. Es un honor, es un placer estar aquí en la Radio Visión Chicago 1470 AM. Les saluda Josie Andrade y como siempre es un privilegio y un honor estar con ustedes, pero no estoy sola, me acompaña.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Sarai. Um, sorry, I just feel like laughing a lot right now.
Go ahead.
But yeah, like Josie said, it's always an honor, a privilege to be here. We're always here to serve you guys, and 1470 a.m. from 3 to 3:30. So yeah, we're so excited to be here. It's a beautiful day out today.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, so we're gonna share what God has placed in our hearts today, and hopefully it could be a blessing to you all.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Hope you guys are having a good day. Esperamos que todos estén teniendo un bonito día. Ahorita las dos decimos, está como el clima como para descansar.
Yeah. I feel like no lie, I feel like taking a nap.
Yeah. Well, I was driving right now, so maybe in the traffic and stuff, so it kind of made me sleepy.
Yeah.
But we are here. It's always an
Woo!
honor.
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're excited to be here. So lately, going to what we're going to talk about without wasting any more time. Just recently, Josie was telling me yesterday how lately, the story of Abraham and Sarah has pretty much just been on her mind and on her heart lately. And we've been talking a lot about God's promises and how God works and all that. So what better way than to use this story as an example? And I guess it was just hitting us too very hard, just because lately that's what we've been hearing a lot about, like either when you're hearing about this, you're hearing about that, but we've been hearing a lot about Abraham and Sarah, and we've been hearing a lot about too how this year is the year of
Cumplimiento. I have no idea. A promise? Well, it's a promise, but I guess it's the promise being fulfilled.
Yeah, fulfill, like fulfillment.
Fulfillment. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yes. It's fulfillment, and how this is the year of fulfillment, and
Yes.
everything that God has promised you, you will begin to see those doors open this year. So, it's something that's been on our heart lately, and especially me, Josie made me cry like twice this week with
I did.
stuff. Yeah. So she,
I didn't even know that, guys.
well, I mean, one time she did see like the tears rolling down, right? But I hate that. But, so, we just want to share this word with you, and, and just to, it's so funny because if you hear the story of Abraham and Sarah, I was just telling Josie how God promises, he doesn't only promise it to Abraham once, but he promises again. Like he
keeps repeating.
yeah, he keeps on repeating it. So one of the verses we wanted to share with you guys, just to get a background on the story, is Genesis 13:15-17, and it's God saying, telling him, "And all the land that you see, I will give to you and your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth, so that if anyone could count the dust, then your offspring could be counted. Go walk through the length and breathe off the land, for I am giving it to you."
Básicamente lo que queremos hablar el día de hoy, la historia de Abraham y Sara ha estado en nuestro espíritu estos días. Y no solamente, si lo escuchamos este domingo en nuestro servicio, pero no solamente por eso. Últimamente, como dijo Sara en inglés, este es el año de cumplimiento. Y pensamos qué mejor historia que la de Abraham y la de Sara, como Dios les prometió y Él lo cumplió. Y es simplemente lo que queremos compartir con ustedes el día de hoy. Y vamos a comenzar en Génesis 13:15-17. Dice: "Yo te daré a ti y a tu descendencia para siempre toda la tierra que abarca tu mirada. Multiplicaré tu descendencia como el polvo de la tierra. Si alguien puede contar el polvo de la tierra, también podrá contar tus descendientes. Ve y recorre el país a lo largo y a lo ancho, porque a ti te lo daré." Abba.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
I was just remembering. Actually, I had heard this verse long time ago. Somebody, I forgot where or when, but I do remember something that this person was saying during his preaching, because he was preaching about this. And he was saying how, sometimes God promises you some things, but you don't just have to sit down and wait for the promises, but you have to walk over and see how big it is. So just a little side note just before I forget. But we were discussing about how Abraham and Sarah had this huge promise from God. It's so beautiful to think that that from your descendants, like you're gonna be so many, like your descendants are gonna be able to that come from you are gonna be able to bring change to this world. And we're just connecting this how us as young people, you as a young person, God may promise you things, and just like Abraham and Sarah, it's probably not just once. He probably, he's told you like once, twice. I don't know how many times, he's told you, but it's just that process of, the word given to you and you not seeing anything. If you keep on reading through his story, you realize that he was actually like a really older guy when, he starts seeing the things happening. And I know for me, when I was even younger, when I was like around 10 or 11, I did not want to reach this age and not see, and like not do something, in ministry. I always, since I was like little, I was like, I want to do something now, like when I'm little. But sometimes God takes you through this process of, just keep on confirming what he's going to do in your life. But yet he has shown nothing. And I'm going to let Josie talk now.
Básicamente, bueno, creo que estamos en la misma página de cómo, más que nada nosotros como jóvenes, como saben, este programa es especialmente a todos los jóvenes, y todo lo que preparamos, todo lo que Dios pone en nuestro corazón, es especialmente, se lo pedimos que sea una palabra para ti, joven, para ti, doncella, que sea una palabra que tú necesites en esta semana o en esta temporada de tu vida. Y sabemos, como mencionamos al principio, sabemos que es un año de cumplimiento, y como les dijimos, qué mejor historia de no hablar de Abraham y Sara. Pero a veces nosotros como jóvenes, a veces nos desesperamos un poquito. Y me recuerdo de cuando entré yo a tener esa relación con Dios, y yo le decía, quiero saber el propósito por el cual yo fui creada. Yo quiero saber, yo quiero escucharlo de ti. Y obviamente se tomó tiempo, y a veces sí llegaba la desesperación, y solamente se me vino solamente, no sé por qué, pero era una desesperación, y a veces nosotros como jóvenes nos desesperamos tanto, pero aún ya cuando sabes para lo cual a lo cual fuiste llamada, a lo cual fuiste creada, ya sabes esa promesa, y ahora dices, ok, ¿cuándo va a ser? Pero definitivamente el tiempo de Dios siempre es perfecto, como lo dice su palabra. Todo es bonito a su tiempo, y sabemos que va a llegar esa promesa a nuestras vidas.
Going, well, Josie kind of just translated what I was gonna say in English, but one thing she did say is that everything beautiful at its time. And we just wanted to read you this other verse, like what we said, like God keeps promising Abraham and Sarah this a lot of times, but in Genesis 17:15-17, God also said to Abraham, as for Sarai, which is my name, by the way, your wife, you are no longer to call her Sarai, but her name will be Sarah. I will bless her and surely give you a son by her. And I will bless her so that she will be the mother of nations. Kings of peoples will come from her. Abraham fell face down. He laughed and said to himself, will a son be born to a man of 100 years old? Will Sarah bear a child at the age of 90? Then God said, yes, but your wife Sarah will bear you a son, and you will call him Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him as everlasting covenant for his descendants after him. And the reason why I wanted to share this, verse, not only because it has my name, but I was telling Josie how it's so funny. I think lots of the times where God, he says and he when he talks to us and he begins to tell us what his plans for us. I think a lot of our reaction is we don't believe him, or we start. I
Así, just like Abraham laughed.
yeah, I don't know if I laugh a lot, but I don't know if
But that is your name.
Yeah, but like you guys may get angry or something. I don't know who you guys, but just wanted to share this in the process of that you guys are having with the relationship that you have with God, and how God tells you things in this. Never underestimate God in the process and the things that he has promised you. I feel like a lot of young people, I was actually talking to someone a couple of days now, and I was actually telling him how I don't believe that there is such a thing as a waste of time. I think that if you know where God is taking you, and you know who you're going to be, and there's a time where it seems like everything stops but time. I don't believe that as a waste of time, and I think that's one lie that the enemy has told the young people a lot when they're going through bad seasons, or they're going through a process time where God is molding them.
Thought they were wasting their time.
Yeah, that they're wasting their time. And I like this story for the very fact that Abraham is going to be 100 and Sarah's going to be 90 years old, and their ministry, kind of like their purpose, their thing that they were waiting for so long, begins when people would have said nowadays, well, what could they do? They're old, and that's when God decides to, hey, I'm going to use you. I'm not saying that you young person, God is going to use you at 100, but I am saying that the author of time, the God who knows all things, and he knows the time capsules, and he knows this is when you're going to be ready. I'm taking you through here because you're not ready, and things. And if you keep on going through the Bible, ministry wise, a lot of them didn't start in ministry or work, doing what God had asked them to do to a very late age. And I feel like I should just have said that right there about someone, you're not wasting your time, just like God has promised you things and has done, has shown you the things that he's going to give you. You're not wasting your time. If you know what God has called you to, and you feel like you're not doing it, then I'm sure that God will open the doors, and he will begin to show you and guide you through the process. So.
Yeah. Sabemos que ese momento en el cual sabemos que la promesa está ahí, y sabemos que ese momento va a llegar. No sabemos cuándo, ¿verdad? Pero sabemos que ese momento va a llegar. Y le compartía a Sara esto de... ¿Y se fijan cómo le decimos Sara? No le digo Saraí. En Hebreos 6 se habla en el 3 en adelante habla de la certeza de la promesa de Dios, y dice: cuando Dios hizo su promesa a Abraham, como no tenía nadie superior por quien jurar, juró por sí mismo y dijo: te bendeciré en gran manera y multiplicaré tu descendencia. Y así, después de esperar con paciencia, Abraham recibió lo que se le había prometido. Esto me lo tenía escrito. Dios precisamente me llevó a este verso el día de ayer, y ya lo tenía suscrito. Ya una vez me había llevado y escribí algo, pero simplemente me llama la atención la palabra que dice paciencia, patience. Creo que es algo muy difícil de hacer, pero definitivamente dice: y así, después de esperar con paciencia, Abraham recibió lo que se le había prometido. Tal vez es muy difícil para nosotros como jóvenes, pero creo que lo único que podemos hacer en el transcurso del tiempo es solamente mantenernos mantenernos conectados con Él, creyendo, teniendo esa fe, y vamos a lo que realmente es la fe. Como dice en Hebreos 11:11, la fe es la certeza de lo que se espera, la convicción de lo que no se ve. Y creo que en esa parte de la fe es cuando llega, es parte de la paciencia. O sea, estamos teniendo fe, pero a la misma vez estamos esperando con paciencia.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to read the verse in English, but Hebrews 6, starting at 13, it said, when God made his promise to Abraham, since there was no greater for him to swear, he swore by himself, saying, I will surely bless you and give you many descendants. And so after waiting patiently, Abraham received what he was promised. And something that Josie just mentioned right now is that she likes how it says patiently, and how it's really hard to just patiently wait for things. And I think we've said this over and over, that we live in a world where everything's fast. You go to a drive-thru and you get your food right away. You click a button and you're supposed to get something right away. Like, you know, it's we live in, I think that's why it's even harder right now to be patient. But something how she was saying is like the faith, and how you know, we are, as young people, you know, and as just in general, have faith in God's promises. And something that I was mentioning to Josie is just distinguish what is faith and hope, because I think a lot of us just say faith and hope, like we put them under the same category.
Well, they're not.
And they're not. And you know, I've written down the definitions just in case, you know, we have. So, you know, hope is a feeling of expectation and a desire for a certain thing to happen. But faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. And I think that is something I've learned throughout time, is that I always have faith in what God is going to do in my life. Like, I always know, like, this is, you know, this is God, you know, like he's going to do this, or my God is a healer. My God is this, you know, but hope could be, you know, like still having faith of who God is, but you don't expect as much as you would when you had your promise. So,
yeah. Una de las cosas que mencionamos ahí que nos estamos preparando, es de como en esta historia básicamente queremos simplemente distinguir lo que es la esperanza y la fe. A veces las confundimos, a veces las pensamos que es lo mismo, pero no es lo mismo. Y como dijo Sara, sí buscamos la definición. Ya les dije lo que es básicamente la fe, pero la esperanza es un estado de ánimo basado en la expectativa de resultados a nuestro favor. Y lo que me llamó la atención cuando lo busqué es de que es un estado de ánimo basado. Es un, no sé cómo se diga en inglés, estado de ánimo. Do you know what it's?
State of.
Like mood, your mood, or is,
State of.
How to translate it. Anyways, un estado de ánimo, básicamente como no estamos... So es un estado de ánimo de esperanza. Podemos estar en un estado de ánimo de esperanza. Así como podemos estar en un estado de ánimo, no sé, de felicidad, de alegría. Hay diferentes palabras de diferentes tipos de ánimos, de tristeza. Pero la esperanza es algo basado en la expectativa de resultados a nuestro favor. Y realmente la fe sabemos que es algo en la cual tenemos que confiar totalmente. Como dice, se lo vuelvo a repetir en Hebreos 11:1, dice, la fe es la certeza de lo que no se espera, la convicción de lo que no se ve. O sea, sabemos que vamos a recibir, pero estamos entregando toda nuestra confianza a un ser supremo.
Yeah, something that I was gonna add is just based on, you know, on things that have happened. You know, you could your hope, you know, that's why they say like your hope sometimes dies out. It's not that you don't have faith in God. It's just that you don't, you know, like your thing, the thing that you so hope for, like the thing that you want it to happen, it kind of, you know, it dies out. But your faith in God is there. It's just, so what we want to kind of just leave you guys with is that we may just encourage your faith and let your hope rise, and let you
that
guys.
you guys will receive the promise.
Yeah, I truly believe that, just like we said, this was a year of fulfillment. Yes, of fulfillment. We truly believe that, and maybe it's even to the last minute. Maybe, for all you know, it could be in November.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the same thing.
Really?
Maybe, yeah, I'm like, it could be just at the end of the year.
Yeah. So it could be towards that end, but we
you will receive it.
Yeah, we don't want you guys to lose that hope, that faith that you guys have of God and who God is in your lives. I truly believe that, like we were saying, like even if it's the last day of the year, I know that
December
God,
31st.
yeah, I know that God will open a
that.
door. God will open a door, or maybe even more doors, and you don't even realize, just things. And lately God has a funny way of working, and how he brings you back dreams you had in the past, but now he kind of changes them to things redirected to your purpose. And that's been happening to me lately. So I truly want to encourage you guys and say, like, hey, like, God is not a God that forgets things. I know, you may think like, hey, like, I know before I used to pray and I'll be like, hey God, like, I'm here, do you have time? And so lame, but God is not a God who forgets. He knows that very detail of your life. He knows your dreams and desires, and he's such a loving and merciful God that he's gonna, like, the plans that he has for you are not only good for you, but he somehow will make you love them. And I truly believe that for every single one of you. Because I'm so in love with my God. I am so in love with the plans he has for me, although they may be painful in the process. But I am so grateful for those processes. So,
yeah.
Do you want to say any final words?
No, I'm just taking everything you're saying. But I don't know why. I just was saying, we believe in you guys. We believe in this generation that God is rising up. We believe in the calling and the purpose that God has for your life. And I think one of my dreams is just, and I know it's not just my dream, it's his dream, that we will see that generation that will fulfill his purpose. Not what we want, but what he wants to do in our lives. And I know we're going to see that. So I just want to say that on my behalf, that I believe in you, and whoever's out there listening, I believe in the calling that God has for you. Maybe you have not seen your promise, but it will get here, because God is not a man to lie.
Amen. We're gonna collect the offering now, guys. But yeah,
Worship
just leave you guys with that. And again, like she said, I really do believe that a revival is coming, and every day I believe it.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Woo!
Every day I believe it even more. I know that God is just gonna do something really great with students and with young people. I feel like deep down inside, and this is what I've been feeling in my spirit, that everyone deep down inside, without them knowing, is crying out for something. And it's just like they're crying out, and it's like when you have a craving for something and you don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. And I feel that that's how people are right now. I feel like there's a craving of God in every person. And I truly believe that there's going to be a time where, the young people are going to stand up and be like, hey, I know this, and this, and that. And could I pray for you? I just can't wait for those days. And I know that promise as a whole is coming soon. So because I say that, I know that the promise for your life is coming soon, because there's no way that this revival is coming without God is being fulfilling in your life. So I am so excited.
I want to meet them.
So yes. So again, guys, thank you so much for having us. we're running out of time. But again, guys, we'll be here every Thursday, and we hope that you guys stay with this in your hearts, that you engrave it, that you believe in yourself, but more importantly, that you know that God believes in you.
Yeah, we just declare that the word that was spoken today may be a blessing to you. And yeah, we're here, like Sarah said, we're here every Thursday from 3 to 3:30, and it's always an honor. We thank God for this awesome opportunity that He has given us to just come every Thursday and share a word with you. So hope you guys keep enjoying this beautiful day. It's nice.
Shout
outside.
out to our friends that are listening to us.
All right, guys. We love you guys, and we just declare blessings over your life.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you guys next Thursday.
Dios te bendiga. Te hacemos una invitación a visitar la librería cristiana Vida Nueva del 2909 North Central Avenue en Chicago, Illinois, con el teléfono 773-481-2554, la más grande de Chicago, donde tú encontrarás Biblia, libros, concordancia, diccionario, panderos, regalo y mucho más. Visita Librería Cristiana Vida Nueva del 2909 North Central Avenue o llama al 773-481-2554. Te esperamos.
Radio Visión y la Librería Vida Nueva presentan su siguiente programa.
Dios te bendiga. Te hacemos una invitación a visitar la librería cristiana Vida Nueva del 2909 North Central Avenue en Chicago, Illinois, con el teléfono 773-481-2554, la más grande de Chicago, donde tú encontrarás Biblia, libros, concordancia, diccionario, panderos, regalo y mucho más. Visita Librería Cristiana Vida Nueva del 2909 North Central Avenue o llama al 773-481-2554. Te esperamos.
Vive la experiencia de orar e interceder por la reforma migratoria.
Por nuestras familias inmigrantes, nuestros hijos y nuestra generación.
Junto a ministros y líderes comunitarios. Recuerda, este 12 y 13 de junio es el gran clamor de oración por la reforma migratoria. Saliendo el 11 de julio desde la Plaza Federal. Todavía tienes tiempo para inscribirte. Es tiempo de apartar tu lugar. Comunícate con la pastora Janet Aguilar al 773-627-4679.
No quiero que separen mi familia.
Juntos por una reforma migratoria.
Siento mucho la pérdida de su esposo, señora, pero como usted comprenderá, necesito un adelanto de $9,000 para comenzar los servicios funerarios.
¿Pero cómo? ¿Yo de dónde voy a sacar $9,000? No puede ser.
Las personas que fallecen sin preparar con anticipo sus gastos